You know, we're nearing sort of the campaign discussion time when political parties start to scrape off the barnacles. Labor's doing that. Bill Shorten's election losing agenda from last time. They're getting rid of negative gearing. They're endorsing the government's stage 3 tax cuts, all part of Anthony Albanese's small target strategy, looking after the chase on aspirational voters in key marginals. Let's bring in my political panel to discuss all of this, from Brisbane Liberal Senator Amanda Stoker, from the Hunter Valley, New South Wales MP Joel Fitzgibbon. Joel, I'm interested in your view. Would you say this is smart politics, or is Albanese making a mistake by not having a bold agenda here for Labor?
It's sensible politics, Peter, and I welcome it. Opposition is about winning. You can have the best and boldest policies in the world, but it's not much good if they stay in the top desk drawer after every election. I'm delighted that Labor has been creeping back to the centre ground where most Australians are in the last 2.5 years. We've dispensed with these unsellable tax changes. We've made some good decisions on the gas industry, for example. Shadow ministers are now lining up to visit coal mines to demonstrate our support for what is such an important export industry for the country. And we've moderated our language on climate change. Climate change is important, but it can't be your signature policy. And I'm hoping in the not too distant future, we will dispense with that crazy idea of having a medium-term target from opposition.
Well, I can't disagree with much of that there, but there's no commitment, Joel, from Anthony Albanese that I've seen. Never ever would he make changes to negative gearing. Was that ruled out in the caucus?
The caucus was actually unanimous in its support for the recommendation of the Shadow Cabinet, and that was to dispense with, well, we've already dispensed with some of these proposals we took to the election, but dispense with negative gearing. I'm not going to use that term, but they are finished with. Peter, changes to negative gearing are now behind us, and the madness of even considering repealing legislated tax cuts which Scott Morrison had a mandate to introduce, by the way, is also well and truly behind us, and I think that's absolutely a good thing. You can't go to an election campaign promising to kick sand in the faces of half the Australian community, which is what we did at the 2019 election.